You want to shoot a movie, but umepewa tu karatasi, umepewa tu a story. Ukaambiwa, John woke up one day, decided to go to pay dowry for his wife, and then on the way, he met another girl and decided not to go and pay that dowry and sell her those things and blah 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 blah. That is the story. Yeah. As a person who wants to do that movie, you need to develop that story. Number one. Umepewa tu story, alienda akafika wali wa njia kutana kusema lengo macho alikuwa anakunywa chai. Is the arrest? Na realize hata bibi yangu si mrembo. Acha tuuze tu hizi vitu hapa, kwa sababu alikuwa rafiki yake mwenyewe, they hang out together. Acha tuziuze, alafu tukuje tu hii pesa, tupeleke yule Mombasa, bla bla bla. That is the story you've been given. Hiyo story inakaa tu fani. Labda imeandikwa kama composition, labda itania essay, labda it's a play. Fact, it could be a play. So you adapt a play yenye niliandika, ilikuwa performed theater, and then that is my script. So some scriptwriter brings a play and says, "Can you adapt my play?" Say yes. So you adapt that play. Once you adapt that play, you need to develop that script so that it becomes a shooting script. It becomes a story. So that is script development. You develop it. You can do it alone. You can do it with, depending on a few things. So that is basically script development. Getting to know and getting to give the story shape so that it becomes a shooting script. A script that can be short, so that you can use script to. Now we are coming to the crew. Because from there now you already have a script you want to go to the people you're working with. And there's no way you're going to work with people if there's no way you're going to do production if you don't have the people you're working with. So you need first to get your story right. So if you get your story right, you already have a story. You know, this is a story that I'm going to work on. This is a story I'm going to shoot. You know the story. But you need to change that story into a shooting script. That's how. Either by the help, you've been helped by the script writer, or you have a director or someone. You can even do it alone. Some big companies have the development executives. These are guys who develop talent, develop stories. Ukikuja mwambie kuna story hiyo ya huyo jamaa, kuna story nyingine, sijui nani county alifanya nini, alafu kuna story nyingine pale sijui mama aliuza ng'ombe zake zote because alifikiria nchi dunia inaisha. See, there are so many stories that are around. So that exercise of trying to decide which story is viable at what time for which audience is script development. That exercise of trying to understand and trying to decide, this is a story I want to shoot. This is a story. This is how I want the story to look. That is script development. You're developing a script. You are working on that script. You already developed it by whoever. So, tumeelewana hapo kwa script development. Any question? Because I need to introduce something new about the people we are working with. Any question on script development? You already have a script like the one you were trying to work on yesterday. So you need, before you go to shooting, you need to develop it and see this is the script, this script is viable. It has a quality script, kabisa. That script has already been written by someone who knows how to write scripts for film. It can be a script that it was done by someone who doesn't really understand how film scripts are written. So you need to convert that script to a shooting script. You need to develop the story. Sometimes the story, you see, as a novel can be converted into a film. So if I decide to adapt David Mailu's After 4:30, or Unfit for Human Consumption, or Ngugi wa Thiong'o's Grain of Wheat, if I decide to adapt that novel and make it a movie, where do I start? I need to go get the script, get the rights, amenikubalia, tumekubaliana, we sign. Of course, usiende tu gentleman agreement atakuruka. Sign. You agree that amekupatia novel yake, produce. Whether you decide you pay them later or not, that doesn't really matter. Depends on the contract. Once you already decided that this is the story I want to do, it's a novel, you need to convert that novel into a movie script. Some things will have to go, definitely. Some things will go, because the way a novel is designed or is written is different from how a movie should look like. So some things will go, some things will be introduced. Part of the dialogue might go. You might maintain some parts of the dialogue. So that's how you develop your script. Naweza wenda nipate essay, like newspapers are very nice places to make stories. You read a newspaper, najua hii generation watu wasomaji magazeti. Who don't read newspapers? People don't read the magazines. Do you? You buy those things. When is the last time you bought a newspaper? Or you read one? Hard copy, if you took a class. When is the last time you did? In 2016. I read in class 7. Yeah, I'm just looking at it. Maybe so, people, and this is the challenge that we're facing with stories. We don't have good stories nowadays. Why? Because we don't read anything. People, wameamka asubuhi amechukua simu yake ameingia internet, ameingia Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, amepiga post picha, alikuwa anapiga picha hapa ile labda ishaenda Instagram. So I'm just thinking, we don't really get time to read, and anytime we get a longer article in any of the sites, we ignore it. Can you quit? We don't read. So where are we going to get stories? Transit wapi? Hazitoka kwa hewa. You have to read. Read an article. Mtu alienda akafanyia sijui nini, it's a news story. Sawa? Story tu ya kawaida yenye mtu alifanya nini. But do you know you can look at that article, read it, convert it and make it a movie? But if you don't read that article, then you don't have a story. Okay, that's where we start. We have to read. If you have to get stories, and that's why some people are saying the stories that people are doing lately are boring. Well, I'm tempted to think they're right. Because we are really not reading, we are really not doing research. We are not interacting with content that is outside the social media, that is outside our friends. We are not interacting with things that people have written, things people have done. If you see something that is wrong, mimi nimekwambia hata ukiona kaka click yenye ni kalong kamepita 5 minutes, people are not going to watch it. Why? You're being lazy. So yeah, so we need to start thinking, because if you have to read stories for anything, you're going to get them from across everywhere, and you have to read. Mimi nasoma gazeti, by the way. Siwezi mani nasikiliza soma gazeti. There's a time I used to read newspapers every day. The two of them, Standard mostly. And there is a newspaper I must read every week. The Nairobian. Kuna mushene sawa. Kuna mushene sawa. But do you know that gazeti has so much information, has so many stories that you can start thinking about. I think hata hii wiki niko nayo kwa backpack. It has so many stories that you can adapt and think about it. Sijui nani alienda akapatikana na bibi ya mtu, bla 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 bla. Sijui nani alienda akaletewa watagu. Sijui nani is sleeping with who. Sijui who is doing what. That is what is happening. And you adapt that story, you look at that story, you create your own world from that story. Is that all? So read, guys. We need to read, man. We can't live like this. So yes, from there on, once a person, now I'm introducing group. And this is how I'm doing it. Once you have your story ready, whether you are the producer or the producer. And of course I'm doing this because ukiangalia program yao kuna mahali imeandikwa functions of a producer. Yeah. Who is a producer, by the way? Let's start there. Who is a producer? Anyone with an idea? Anyone with an idea about who a producer is? Producer? Guys? Producer? Yes?
I think producer is the person who pays for.
Person who pays for? He's the guy with the money.
Yeah.
So this is the
producer.
Yeah.
A producer ni mtu tuseme kama saa hii niko na wimbo na nataka kuimba. I'll go to the producer.
Yes, you go to the producer.
Yeah.
So who is this producer? Who is this producer? Yes?
I think he's a person who oversees the production of films.
Yeah, you are close to that. You're almost there. So who is the producer?
Producer is the guy when I have a song or a script.
Yeah.
I go to, he develops it and makes it marketable.
So who is this producer? Who is this producer? Producer nani? Who is a producer?
A person who can make my
Who is a producer?
myself to be
Like vile umesema muziki sijui wapi. Kila mtu anataka tu producer. So who producer ni nani? Why is this so important? Yes?
Producer is a person who is responsible for making a film.
Is responsible for making a film. Close. Kama vile mrembo pale alisema. You're almost there. So, to cut this story short, a producer, from my own definition, a producer is the first person to be employed in any production. He's the first person. Whether amejiajiri ama ameajiriwa. Unaelewana? That's the first person. Whenever you're doing a film, the first person to start on that project is a producer. Unaelewana? He's the first employee in any production. He's the first person. And that person is the boss. Unaelewana? He becomes the boss of the project. Unaelewana? He becomes the boss. Yeah, I'm trying to break it down. This is the first person who is engaged in it. Like let's say, there's a difference between a producer and an executive producer. In brackets, S, producers. These are the guys who work on projects. Executive producers are the guys who own the project. Let's say, I'll bring it home here. Let's say Parkside Villa wants to do a movie. So who is the producer? Who is the executive producer? Parkside Villa wants to do a movie about how they prepare chicken in this hotel. So who is the executive producer?
The CEO. The CEO. CEO.
Who is the executive producer of that project?
The CEO of Parkside.
The CEO of Parkside, and it's the management of Parkside. These are the guys who are executive. They are the guys who give the money. Right on. So remember, these guys are engineers, they are cooks, or they are chefs. They are chefs. Whatever, chefs. They are the chefs. They are maybe the CEO is a farmer. Yes. So the executive producer doesn't necessarily need to be a filmmaker. Unaona? Huyu ni mzee tu. Ni mzee tu ameamua yeye, sinaona wao wakifanya movie na si niko na do. Si tunaweza fanya movie. mbona tusiunde venye si Saidi inampikanga chicken poa. Mbona tusiseme venye tunafanyanga tunakuanga na chicken poa. So huyu mzee ako tu na idea ya niliona Pan-Africa imefanya movie. Mbona sisi tufanye movie? Kwani sisi kitu ni wapi? Sisi tuko na pesa. So the executive producer decides, hey, why can't we do a movie? So this is the guy with the project. He owns the project. So when this guy decides, we are doing a chicken movie. They decide they're doing a chicken movie. So the first person they engage is a producer. So they go how to go in there fishing for producers. What does a producer do? This producer is supposed to oversee. This is where the story is. He's supposed to oversee this project from conception to completion. Right now. So producer is supposed to oversee that from conception to completion. Ni kazi yake. So if the executive producers say, we are going to give you 50 million to do that, or we are going to give you 200,000 to do that, that's a budget. No, that's a budget. You're going to spend 200,000. You're going to spend 200,000 to do a movie about chicken in Pakistan. How chicken is produced in Pakistan. But we need a narrative. We need a feature film. We don't need a documentary. We don't have a movie. But we have 200,000. So they come and say, okay, so they come and tell them that you is the producer, we give you this. We want you to spend 200,000 and do us a good movie. Sisi hatuna pesa ingine. Mimi nimeenda nikauza mahindi nilikuwa stop. Nataka tu kufanya movie hoteli yako. Watu wakula, wengine wana enjoy chicken poa. And the way it's nice, and the way it's produced by qualified guy. But I need a feature film. So Mega is supposed to be the producer. So Mega is supposed to spend 200,000 and produce that movie for Parks and Rec. So that's the producer. So the producer gets that. The producer realizes 200,000 is more cash. I can't do it. So what does the producer do? He goes out there and looks for more money. So he goes. Super kubwa yenye ni kubwa hii itaona kwa. Super yenye ni kubwa hii itaona. Mulezi. So anaenda mulezi. Tunaenda kwa. So this guy has got a shot. But the first thing he realizes that this budget is too small. He pesa inside. But executive kwa sasa ndio ndio kujiniko. Utafanya hii nitakamu kama mtaka ifanye. So what does he do? He goes to next. Says, hey guys, nafanya movie ya Max Bila. But I was saying uchinja chicken. Na nyinyi si mnauza chicken hapa kweli? Tutafanya something called product placement. So they agree. We will do product placement for your Malays. To show people, by the way, the chicken poa inatokanga Malays. So sisi tunataka tu tupatie pesa kidogo, alafu location ya shoot. So unajua jamaa anaendelea ku raise pesa. So Malays wanamwambia sawa tukupatiane. Bora tu muonyeshe yetu, muonyeshe watu wakisho huyo mzee akuja na chicken hapa, aende afanye. See, I'm combining this things. So this guy is looking for more money. At the same time, he's trying to create networks. Hello. Producer bado haja engage any other person. He's still looking for money. He's still looking for money. Then I realize kwa hii stuff nitahitaji tu nitahitaji nini? Sema tu ameengage watu kadhaa.
inahitaji vitu kama pilipili, sini kuku, inahitaji kisu, so
You engage people. So more. Something else that the producer does in general when it comes to funding, he's given $200,000, but he tries to help. This guy helps the executive producers. So he helps them to raise more money for the project when he comes. Once he's satisfied that the budget yenye amepewa kama yenye ako nayo iko sawa, anaanza kutafuta watu. It is the work of the producer to employ any other person who will be needed for that project. So the producer makes that decision. He decides, nishapewa job peke yangu, but you see movie iko na scope. So I need people who I can work with. Whether kabudget ni kadogo ama ni kubwa. Inaweza kuwa ni movie kubwa ama ni kadogo. Hata kama ni kadogo, huwezi fanya peke yako. Huwezi tu umebeba kamera yako, una shoot unaambia wewe active, afu umeshikia sound hapa chini. You can do that. You need people. So it's a job of that producer to find how the people is going to work. So, and that's where he starts employing. So the second employee that guy looks is a director. A director. What is the work of a director? As a director, huyo ndo mtu wa pili kutoa job. Kazi ya director ni nini? Yes?
Director ni mtu mwenye anasema kama saa hii, for example, anasema ndio utasimama hapa, wewe ndio utafanya hivi, ndio ngoshi, wewe ndio utasimama hapa, ndio utakona fanya hivi.
Better direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Mtu mwingine ana idea what is the work of a director? Kazi ya director. This is the second person mwenye amebringiwa in into this project. Ameletwa tu akaambiwa wewe niko na job hapa. So next time natafuta director na advertise ama naenda na pick msenda jua na kuleta hapa na kumbe hii ndio script. Hii ndio movie tunafanya. Tushapewa hii ndio. Sasa hii chapter 300,000. Watu wengine walituambia watu pay. So kuna 300,000 na mimi na wewe tutafute crew, na tutafute actor, na tutafute yenye story tarana. So kazi ya director ni nini?
kucast.
Kazi ya director ni kucast. Kazi ya director mainly ni nini? Casting is part of his job. But kazi ya director ni nini?
Understanding the
Yeah. Now, this is the second boss. And the director becomes a boss of the story. Kumbuka tusema producer ni boss. So, producer is the big boss. The producer oversees the project. But the work of the director is to run the project in this way, is to run the story. In fact, what the people. The director runs the story. Director anajali ati hakuna pesa. Director hiyo kazi yake ni control. Mnataka tuonyeshe watu kula chicken backside bila, yes. Kazi yake ni hiyo. Atatafuta wenye atachukua ile script, aigeuze mpaka tuone mtu akula chicken na watu waenjoy na itoke movie poa. This is what. If he needs some 5 shillings, enda anunue chewing gum, atasema producer ni aje, mimi nahitaji chewing gum. So the director doesn't really worry about it. Initially, this guy doesn't really worry about money. It is not his job. Unless, and this is where I put unless the producer becomes a director. Especially in small productions. Unaona? Kama sasa hivi nikiamua kufanya movie sasa hivi nasema pesa tosha. I will not afford to pay a director when I can direct. That is what happens mostly in the low cost productions. So this guy, in a well-organized production, there should be a director and a producer. The producer worries about the project. Financially, how it's going to run, when it's going to be shot, blah, 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 blah. The director worries about the story. You see, nikiworry vile pesa inaisha, sita direct story. Itakuwa every time naambia msee wewe fanya hivi nafikiria na watu watakula lunch. Naelewa? So the producer worries about the money. The director worries about the story. What about the shots? What about how the movie is going to look like? Me, I don't care. I'll sit down in the evening and look at what did people shoot today? This is what they did. Oh, you made a mistake here. You need to correct that. Or you need to reshoot that. Hiyo ni producer. But director kazi yake ni kuworry. Bana mbona sikupata hiyo shot? Mbona udema kulia vile nataka? Mbona jamaa alifanya vituko? See, that's the work of a director. The director runs the story. The story has to run. It's the director. The director controls the set. No. Set ni shoot. Tunaelewana? Tunatumia wazi hapa labda. So set ni ile site tuna shoot hapo. Hiyo ndio set. Sasa hapa ni shooting scene. Tuna shoot scene ya content. Sawa? So this becomes our set. Sawa? So the director worries about the story, the producer worries about the project. So the next person to be hired by now is a person collecting responsibility. So the producer and the director help each other to get the rest of the project. So the producer and the director help each other to get the rest. So wewe ndio director and producer, alafu kaya yeye ya director wako. So both of you will sit down together, look at the script and find and think, how many people do you want? Who is going to work for us? Chana worked for me last time, but he was rude. I don't need him in this project. So you make those decisions on who to hire, who not. So you already have a director and the producer is there. So the next person you're looking for, because maybe it's a small project, you don't need to go so many people. Next person you're looking for is a DOP. DOP. Who knows who a DOP is? DOP. Who is a DOP?
Director of photography.
Yeah, he's a director of photography. Basically, this is the boss in the camera department. Director of photography. This is the guy who is responsible for bringing your script into life using his camera. Unaelewana? Director asha concept story, anajua hivi story. Director anafanya na concept afate. Director ana camera. So DOP ana camera yake anaonyesha kitu bika. So it's work of the DOP to visualize, to use the vision that is in director's mind and make it a reality through his camera. Unaelewana? Huyo ni DOP. DOP has his own. In a small production, the DOP becomes the camera. So, in slightly bigger ones, he has a camera operator and a camera assistant. So, these are guys. Mimi nimeshoot movie few, na sipendi tu kamera mingi kwa shoot yangu. Mimi napenda tu kamera yangu moja. Iko na DOP, alafu kamera operator mmoja. Ama huyo DOP afanye tu hivyo. It doesn't crowd my set. I don't have so many people to feed. Sorry. So iko na watu kidogo kwa set. So kazi ya kamera operator ni kupinya button, kupinya ingine idiate. Sawa? Kazi kamera operator. Kazi yake ni kuchukua stand. Kwa kamera, nataka hii shot. DOP anakuja na iframe na anamwambia mimi nataka shot ya long shot. We are coming there. Nataka long shot. So the camera operator anaweka long shot. DOP ana approve. Hey, that is what we want. We want him to walk from there. Na wanamenya anakuja, it works. So camera operator anafinya start. Sawa. Tutaenda tu hapo pole. I'm trying to help you guys. So camera assistant kazi yake ni nini? Camera assistant mostly na watu sema. One of the jobs in the mission. Kazi ya camera assistant ni kubeba tripod, kwenda kutaji button. Kadi kijaa kwenda kukopi alafu analeta kadi nyingine. Unajua vitu tu. Camera assistant kazi yake tu. Sasa ile msee wa kamera ametoa kamera yake kubeba, achukue tripod abebe, aenda pale asset. Unajua? But when you are starting filming, yes.
Kuna swali.
Yes.
Sasa kama uko na camera operator mmoja
Mhm.
na kuna hizi unaonaga mtu anachukua from this side hiyo akitokea. The other side. Then aje kwa camera operator mmoja ukishoot moja alafu ukishoot ngoja.
This is what happens. Movies, and maybe that is where we should have started. Movies are not short ones. Ati nimekuja nimeweka kamera hapa, umeongea alafu tumeenda. Hapana. Movies zina vitu zinaitwa text. Zina vitu zinaitwa slate. Kuna slate na text. That's different. Slate ni these two are having a conversation. These two are having a conversation. So the slate one is, I press my camera here, I have a close-up of this thing. This slate one. In that slate one, I might take 3 takes to depend on what I want. So, then I will do slate 2. Slate 2 is, I will bring that camera here and shoot that guy. Yeah. Lakini huyu anafanya the exact same thing yenye alifanya nikijuu. Hadi slate 2. Sawa? Nimalizana na huyo na exact kama 7 juu. Ashikaji. Alafu nikuje hapa niweke slate 3 long niwachukue wote wawili at least slate 3. So by the time I finish shooting one scene, yeah, 2 minutes, I might spend 1 hour. That's why I can only use one camera to shoot a movie. I don't need 2 cameras. I need one camera and good actors, and I get what I need. This is the problem with 3 cameras. 1, unless the cameras are the same make, na hiyo tutaongea tukienda kwa color grading. Unless the cameras are the same make, they will never give you the same image, the same quality of image. Nataka uniambie sahi, unaona ngapi simu? Sasa unatumia Infinix, mimi natumia Huawei. Ndio. Nikichukua video na hizo kamera mbili zinafanana? Hazifanani. But in reality vitu zinafanana. In reality sahi, I'm looking at this. Hii ni switch, si ndio? Zinafaa kufanana hizi switch. Whether nimechukua na kamera ya Huawei na wewe umechukua na Infinix. In reality mimi macho yangu inanionyesha hizi vitu zinafanana. Si ndio? So we can't risk that. So unless you are exact, that is the first reason why you don't use it. Ile ya practical hapa kwa ground. Please don't use it. Usiende uchukue Nikon na Canon uende ushoot nazo. Alafu useme zitamatch kwa the same scene. Utapata kala moja imeshika rangi, nyingine haijashika. Hata ukiset vizuri. There is always that variance. This is number 1. 2, the problem of many cameras. Ukipelekea footage mob yenye iko mixed up to the editor, some of these guys end up messing it. And then, as a director, especially budding directors, these directors who are not used to shooting, kama wewe sasa, umeamua kwenda kushoot movie, uko na camera 1 na camera 2, chances sana utasahau kamera moja, and this is how you forget it. Utaconcentrate on what you are thinking is the main camera, and then the camera ingine itafanya vituko, and then you won't take that clip because you think hii ingine iko nayo, and then unaenda kuedit una realize wow, hizi vitu hazifanani, hizi vitu hazinisaidii. So to avoid the headaches, there are so many other headaches. Tukikaa chini nitakueleza. To avoid that, just use one camera. And if you're not using one camera, use a camera. If you're using Canon 80D, use Canon 80D. Put the same settings. Compare the video, whether it looks the same. Now, usi compare na hao ka LCD, kuwa na preview monitor. Kubwa, inatosha na kubwa hivi, you can look and say, hizi vitu zinanisaidia ama hazinisaidia. So, it's very easy, economical. Of course, it might be time consuming, but it's very easy and very convenient to use one camera to shoot a movie. But big budget movies hata za Hollywood zinatumia kamera moja. One. And these are guys who can afford 100 cameras. But unless it's a stand yenye ni ya kulipua gari, that's when they use many cameras. But kama tu ni dialogue, me, him, we are walking, we are having a conversation, they use one camera. That's why if you watch Mnet kwa DSTV ama kwa GoTV, you see Mnet, wanataka hizo the way they shoot their movies. Most of the time kama umekuwa keen, utaona they are using one camera. If you're very keen, you'll see it, yes?
Two cameras of the same height
It's fine. Okay. If you're using the same model, like I'm saying, if you're using the same model, then it's fine. But you must be sure, you must be sharp enough to coordinate both cameras. Because if I'm taking a shot of these two, let's say me and these two, and I'm doing an over the shoulder shot, which we will discuss later. The shot that I'm taking from this side must be an exact replica of this other shot. So, some directors don't care whether they look the same. But a rule of thumb is, if I'm taking an over the shoulder of this guy, the reaction shot should be another over the shoulder of me. So, umeona hizo vitu kwa Hollywood where ninaongea na yeye hivi, kamera imegelewa hapa, so inaweza ona masikio moja yangu na inamuona yeye full. So the other shot yenye ina react to that, we having a discussion, should be inaona masikio moja yake na inaona the full of me. So as a director and your DOP, you should be sharp enough to have these things looking together, looking the same. Hello.
What if you have an assistant, and then for those sleds, you put your assistant here, and then you alternate. So taking one sled, you tell your assistant to take the other sled, and that works.
It rarely works. This is how it really works.
My thinking was,
Yes.
if you can get like 3 cameras,
Yes.
which are the same qualities, the same settings, you take one shot because most of the times the characters that are acting, but kidogo ukichukua slate ya pili amechange, alikuwa amekaa hivi anakaa hivi, juu amesahau ya hivi. So unaweza tumia kamera 3, moja anachukulia hii side, mwingine hii side, mwingine hii side, wanashoot kitu moja, time ni moja, kila kitu ni moja, then you combine hizo vitu zote. So you can use that with.
Why don't you think you're being lazy?
Not being lazy, but lazy because they come with the easiest way to do things.
No.
Yeah, I'm lazy.
I'm thinking. Why would you want the easy way out?
I got it slate here 3 minutes. I'm at 10 minutes to meet with 2 hours. We are so what about you?
That is mostly what they do in TV dramas. Especially, yeah, it does. It works. But that is what mostly they do in TV dramas. Especially these TV dramas that are running every time. They are doing that because they want to do it very fast. But for a real film, that is TV drama. You know, sometimes TV and film really don't.
Not the same.
When you're doing your movie, and these are feature film, 1 hour, 2 hours, you need to feel it. You feel every step you make. Sometimes the DOP thinks, or the director feels he doesn't have control over everything. So a movie, a TV drama works like that. You can set your cameras. Sometimes they set now and what to do because they don't want to keep on repeating. So, but in a movie, and this is from experience, you want to feel every shot. You want to feel whether it works or not. You don't want to, it's very hard. Umeconfirm camera, umekimbia umeangalia hii, umekimbia umesema action, umerudi uone kama bado ame-maintain. By the time, no. As a director, no one else is in charge of your project. If it's messed, as a director, when don't mess. So there's no way ataenda kufinya record alafu afanye nini kama hujaangalia hizo kamera zote, hata kama una DOP, hata kama una mtrust aje. So you have to look at each and every shot before it's recorded, when it's been recorded, and after it's recorded. So that you're very sure. Kama sasa niambie unataka kuchoma gari alafu wewe unafikiria kuna sasa kuja kuchoma nini? You have to ensure that that shot is what you want. If it's not what you want, you make a very quick decision and say take 2, because take 1 didn't work. So when you have 3 cameras, are you going to decide for the 3 cameras which take of which camera didn't work? That's why we don't. That's why even established companies prefer using 1 camera. You can feel it. When you go and sit down in the evening and preview your footage, you can really tell whether you did your movie or not. When you have 3 cameras to sit down and preview, or during the set you have 3 cameras to think about, then you lose your story. And you concentrate on the cameras more than the story. You know? Like, uko na camera zako za worry about. Uko na sound ya worry about. Uko na light ya worry about. Bado hujafika hapo. Uko na camera zako za worry about. Uko na msemo sound wa worry about. Uko na lights za worry about, na wewe ni director mmoja. Na uko na actors wa worry about when kama wameact. You're worrying about all these people. So sometimes you want to minimize your worries. You want to minimize. If you have to do the right thing, keep it simple. Unless ni stunt iweze kudumu. Keep it simple. Be in control of yourself. Ni kama sasa hivi tuona group kubwa itakuwa ngumu kuwa control na nikiona group ndogo. The output of a small group is higher than the output ya bigger group. Some guys wanaanza kuchunana, wengine wanaanza kupatiana, blah blah blah. You need a, and what I'm saying there is not because of the people in the set. Wanaweza kuwa tumia moja na utawa control sawa, but you lose the story. You lose the creativity you wanted to work. Sawa. Tunaelewana why you must use 1 camera. So there is a DOP. From there, to increase what are settings and what are settings, so that we don't come again. Yes?
Make 1 tick or what? Just give me a word.
This is what I mean. When you're doing a movie, you want to, like if I'm doing a movie for him and her, excuse me, I'm talking about you. Him and her are in love. I'm doing a movie about it. But they have brought their love life. They have brought their love life into this conference. So I want to do that. How are you going to do that? Him and her they love, but wameleta hiyo mapenzi kwa hii conference, hii workshop. So how are you going to show that? Unafanyaje? Wameleta mapenzi yao hapa na wakati ya crowd, na tuko hapa mimi nafunza. How are you going to do that? No, they are not making love.
Imeenda sana.
They are not. Yes, but they are not making love. So let me simplify this. These guys are in love. They brought their love here wanaweza kuwa wanaongea juu saa yote
Wanachunana.
wanafanya nini, wana whisper. No, they are not. So how am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? So I will give you my way. But I'll show you where it goes. But one of the ways will be my select one. My select one will be I place the camera up on you and pick the whole class. So this is my select one. Yenye establish kila mtu hapa hivi. So I will establish that those guys in the class. That is my select one. So in that select one, I might decide that take one did work. Take one is I record the first time. I say action. Nikaangalia nikaona ai hiyo camera kuna light ilikuwa inaichoma from out. So nikaambia mzee funga hiyo dirisha wewe. Weka curtain hapo. Then I go to take two. Take two, and I realize, that place is too dark. Cut. Take three. Kumbuka we are in select one. We are still in select one. My camera is still upo. So select is in simple angle. Where you place your camera.
Angles.
Angles. Just where you place it. What you are showing in that thing. So in that what you are showing, you might have different text back open. So that is a select. So my select 2 might be, I come and place my camera here and establish both of them. That is my select 2. In that select 2, I might realize that I will have to go to take 6. Maybe by take 6, no matter what I want. Then I will go to select 3. I will go and pick wakiwa hapa katikati yao, nipiki hapa katikati so that tunaweza ona wakichunana. My select 4 will be wakichunana now the real mkono. And each and every slate will have its own text. Unaelewana?
Zinaweza kuwa ngapi hivi?
Ni slate.
Kwa slate moja unachukua several texts.
No, the director decides whether ametosha. Amepata kitu anataka. Most of the time we try as much as possible not to surpass text 3 4 5. Unless hiyo kitu imekuwa ngumu, unless actors ni madanda washiki kitu. So wamepoteza lines. Unajua kama sasa hivi wanaongea alafu wapoteza lines na unajua lazima turudie. We take another take, then wapoteza line 10 and then wapoteza line 10. After they are supposed to kiss and then they don't kiss and then we do another take. So because I need to get it. So I need to get it. So until the director is satisfied that that is what I wanted in that slate, then atuendi. Mimi kama director nishasema sijapata kitaka. Hatutatoka kwa hiyo slate until I get what I want. And then we move to a different slate. Depending on how long the scene is, I can have as many slates as possible. So, if it's very short, I can have 2 or 3 slates. TVs mostly do 2 to 3 slates. Long shot, medium shot, close-ups. No. Some TVs do 2 shot, long shot, and close-up. And they're good. Others do long shot, close-up, close-up. Depending on how long the scene is. What you want to show as a director. Kama unataka uonyeshe ukivu chini, uwekele kamera nyingine, all those things. So as a director, your creativity decides or determines how many slates you do in your movie. So, yes? Yes. Yes. This is something I
Cut.
So, this is what I've told many people. That you don't wait, kila mtu asikize. This is very important. You don't move your camera unless it's necessary. You don't move your camera unless it's necessary. And your movement should always be dictated by action. Sawa? So kama wazee wamekaa chini hivi, mbona unataka kuzoom? Because you see, mimi kama viewer, sifai kuona movement ya camera. I'm not supposed to notice it. Unaelewana? As a viewer, I'm not supposed to notice camera moving. I'm not supposed to. At all times. If you have to move your camera, then if you want to pan your camera, which is moving the camera this way, tuseme nenda hivi, so someone ako mbele yangu na camera, ana move nayo, so hivi. So mimi kama audience nitaona msema sitaona camera. But the moment you zoom na camera na then oh pala na. No. Sifai kuzoom unless you are doing establishments. How many of you have watched Coming to America? Coming to America. Nani ameona Coming to America? Nani ameona hiyo movie? Guys, what do you watch? You know what? What do you guys watch? What do you guys watch? Sawa, mmeona nani ameona hiyo movie Black Panther? Watu wameona, si ndio? Sawa. Kuna mahali pale waki-establish kingdom. How is it done? Tukitolewa kurongo, si tu tulewe now these guys are coming back home. How do they do it? How do they do that? Wanafanyanga aje? Unaona tu mna move, mnapelekwa, mnaenda wapi? Excuse me guys. Mmesema mmeona Black Panther, si ndio? How do they establish the kingdom? The Wakanda kingdom. How do they introduce us to that kingdom? How? Wanafanya aje? Mwenye ameona movie. Wewe umesema umeona movie. Wanafanya aje? Nani ameona hiyo movie? Wanafanya aje? No. Me, I want us being introduced to the kingdom. Me sitaki kujua jamaa. How do we find this kingdom? How do they do it? No, it's a moving shot. Sawa. Ina move tu, inaenda, inapitia sijui wapi, inatuonyesha zebra zikikimbia, inaenda, inazunguka. Sawa. Si ndio? Did you find that disturbing? Yes or no? Did you find that disturbing? It was enjoying. Si ndio? Ulikuwa una enjoy. You didn't notice that the camera was moving. Si ndio? But it was the camera moving. So that camera was purposely moved to give you that feeling. Sawa? Hiyo camera iliwekwa ikaenda. So the camera becomes your eye. Sawa? So the camera becomes the eye of the audience to discover the story. So the camera cannot become your eye if the camera moves alone and you're not moving. Sawa? So camera, this lens, the camera lens is the eye in which the audience discovers the story. So it is that eye that unaangalia hapo unaenda. The audience hawana macho yao ni the lens. So the lens, wewe unatumia hiyo lens to tell the story. You're using that camera to tell the story. So you're introducing people into that action, into that story through the camera. So you don't move that camera unless you want people to discover something. You don't zoom. You don't zoom when an action is going on unless you have to. So usiniambia tunaendelea kushoot alafu na decide nataka close up. Hapana, you don't do that. You shoot ikiwa long shot Alafu unaenda una shoot close up. Saa ya kuedit itakuwa long shot alafu una cut to the close up. You don't zoom. So, you can move, but when you're moving, make sure the action is moving. Kuna kama saa hii ninachukua hii maji ninayo hivi. If I want to take this water, I don't need necessarily to take a long shot nione nikichukua maji. Unaweza kuja uchukue mkono yangu ikiwa peke yake. Alafu sasa nimechukua maji, umove nayo. You see? You move that shot with my hand to where I'm placing it. That camera moved. But the audience will never notice that your camera moved. Why? It is because the movement was dictated by the action of taking this water from here to here. So every time you are doing any camera movement, hata sasa unashoot tu harusi huku chini. Tafadhali usizoom tu vitu. Unless you have to. Don't do it. Hata sasa unashoot tu kamseka anaenda kulipa dawari, alafu kama kuita uende ushoot video. Usizoom tu vitu. Don't do it. Make the film, that's why niliuliza what is a film. Make your film as, you know, in stories, in films, we lie truthfully. We lie that things are happening. But you know, hata ukinidanganya, try to lie to me in such a way that nafikiria ni ukweli. So you don't zoom cameras. We do not make your audience realize that there's a camera going on where it is. So ndio picha unazana story ya kamera. Tutaenda hapo sasa zingine. There's a place where there is shorts, nini blah blah blah. Kiangalia hiyo vitu. I was just introducing the group. Yeah. So the next day you're looking for the DOP, the sound. The sound guy. What is the work of a sound guy? Wewe sound guy kazi yake ni nini? Kazi ya sound guy ni kufanya nini? Sawa, kazi ya sound guy ni kurecord sound kwa hiyo set. Unaelewana? Huyo ndio ule mtu anakuanga na headphones. Akona microphones either boom ama whatever. Kazi yake ni kurecord sound kwa hiyo set. That is the person responsible for the sound. Na hakuna kitu mbaya kwa movie kama sound mbaya. Afadhali unionyeshe clips na shake but sound iko clean. So this sound guy has to have a very good ear that hears the sound. That's why I'm shoot for set. When nani anaiko kwa set kwa hii studio hapa? Who has ever been in any set ya shoot? Who? Yes? Mtu mwingine? Kama umeikuwa hapo. Umeisikia tu mmekaa alafu mzee anawaambia, "Wewe sound." Anasema, "Hold for plane." Wewe usikii. But mzee ashajua. Unataka plane na kwa maana nyinyi mtakapika. Ama kuna watu hiyo wameanza kucheka kwa ndani ya nyumba na tunasema hapa huyu mama anaishi peke yake. So the sound guy has to listen to every detail to ensure that hata mzee mwenye amefanya hivi kwa meza akimsikia ana cut. Sawa? Anaambia director yenyewe hiyo sound haiwaka. Because unataka kusema mtu amelala alafu tunausikia mtu akikula sweets. So the sound guy has to be very key on the sound because you get a bad sound, you waste your movie. Unaelewana? Sound guy anaweza kuwa na assistant wake. Sometimes we call a boom swing. You guys should be doing research. Boom swing ni yule msaidia kushika boom hivi. Anawanga tu hivi. Sasa anaona maso. Anashikanga tu vitu. Kuna boom swing ama ladies by the way. Unainonga tu boom. Kazi yako tu ni robot tu. Unaendanga tu. In low budget films, the boom swinger becomes the sound guy. Sawa? Ana swing boom at the same time ameka headphones. That sound will either be recorded in a recorder, karekoda kadogo, irekodiwe separately, or in some films, and this is what many guys are doing nowadays, because kazi mob ya kwenda ku lip sync is something called lip sync. Unaona mtu akiongea alafu mdomo ziko nyuma ya maneno. There is something we call lip syncing. So when you record your sound separately, you will need to lip sync that sound. That's why we have another person called the clapper. It's the clapper boy, the clapper lady, the clapper guy. Kazi yake ni kuchapa ile stuff na kazi hili. Hivi alafu wakisha call alafu anachapa. That thing ikichapa hivyo You see, it's a sharp sound. Unajua kwa video yenyewe hata kama sio hujaweka sound hapo ina record sound. Ndio. So ikichapa hivyo itakuwa wenye wanajua about sound. Inakuwa na two waves. So that wave mali imechapa hivyo that sharp sound it goes up. Na hii nyingine ya yenye umerecord kando pia inaenda up. So ukienda kuziweka pamoja you can tell where zote zimeruka juu. So that's why you see unakuja unazishikanishia hapo pap. So that ikifika ukizishikanishia hapo mdomo hazitakuwa nyuma ya meno. So you lip sync it. That's why we have this person called the clapper. Very important. Anawambia sing ni take gani so that it helps the editor. Apart from sound, it also helps the editor to know which slate is that. Especially when you're using when you are lip syncing sound. You sound really record your kando, you need to know, oh that was slate 7, so with that slate 7 was the one that was good. So sound it was slate 7, picture it was slate 7, and on. So that clapper imeandikwa inakwambia hizo vitu. There is another person called the continuity person. Huyu alikuwa anauliza ati makeup imepotea chini. The continuity person ensures that hakuna kitu kimechange. Kama huyu msichana alikuwa amechapa hii nywele sahihi, kwa hiyo scene itaenda hivi. Haifai hii nywele ilikuwa hii side inatoka na kikonga. Kama alikuwa na earring alafu akasikia zimemchosha akatoa juu. Labda mlishoot for long, stima ikapotea, jeneza kaisha mafuta. Alafu mkama mtashoot hiyo kitu kesho. No. We'll discuss this when we come to acting because these are things that you guys need to know. Naweza amua kushoot scene ya hii room. Alafu ni na relay hizi lights plus lights za nje, alafu stima ipotee generator yenye tuko nayo ichape. Alafu decide tulikuwa tumeshoot mpaka some specific part. So it will not repeat because it's a long scene. So what are we going to do? We are going to shoot to pick from where we left yesterday today. So what do? You leave it at that. So the continuous person ensures vile watu walikuwa wamevaa jana, vile walikuwa wamekaa kuchoka, that's how they should look tomorrow when you come to shoot the scene. So the continuous person keeps notes of every scene, which take was selected, which scene, which take, which slate was. So the continuous person also ensures that the script, so ile actors wanatumia hizo lines, those lines zina match. Unaelewana? Hizo lines mtu asemi hapo ambiwa go and call your mom. Alafu mtu akuja kusema I need to see your mom. Those are two different words. They have to follow the script word for word. Unaelewana?
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
Just a short question on sound.
Yes.
There is this issue of where you don't combine the visual with the sound. And I wanted to get your opinion. Which is better, where you record aside or where you combine the visual and the sound?
It depends. It depends with the camera and the equipment you're using. So, there are some guys who believe that the small DSLRs cameras, you know those cameras? Yes. Camera kidogo. DSLR. Camera kadogo kama Canon kadogo. There are some guys who believe that sound yake ikuwa clean. Iko nice in sound. Because ni a jack pin. There are some guys who say that sound is not reliable. So they would rather record it separately with a different recorder. Because the recorders have quality sound. So, sound is very critical. There are guys, if you're using the big camera kama yenye watu wa media wanatumia, it has the three jacks. Naingiza kwa mashimo tatu. If you're familiar, itatu. So, hiyo sound they say that is the best sound because iko na hizo tatu. So it has three whatever what they call them. I'm not a very technical guy, but I know them. Hizo tatu ziko na bring very clear and rich sound. So if you're using a camera that has those three of them, then you can record it to the camera. So if you're using a camera that doesn't have that input ya tatu, you can record it kando. No, because you'll get a clean sound and then lip sync it. So it's how you want it. There are some cameras kabisa hazina input ya sound. but they have, kama kuna canon kanaitwa si canon nimesahau, there's like a small camera kama kuja juzi, input yake ya sound si mzuri, but that thing shoots 4K. It has the best image, ndio watu wa music videos wanazitumia. So you might want to use that for picture, but haikusaidii na sound. So you decide to use a different recorder and record separate. So it depends with the gear that you're using, the equipment that you're using dictates. It dictates what you use. I'm almost concluding with this part. The other person you must have is the light guy. It's our light. He plays with your mom shoot, hawezi shoot hivi. Lazima ongeze light hapa ndani. Unaelewana? If you want to shoot anything in this room vile iko hivi, lazima ongeze lights zako zi neutralize ile light nje, ama ufunike hizi windows, ama ufanye vile utafanya. Sawa? So there is a light guy. Light person. We call him a gaffer. Gaffer. He's a light guy. He's a guy who deals with light. Yeye ndo anajua kama lights zinaweka wapi. Akuje fix ma sockets, aweke nini, labda yeye ako na electrician yake, kama yeye ni electrician, fix ma sockets, aweke lights. If I want to shoot here, I need to add more lights. So the light guy ensures the light is, of course, in consultation with the director, they decide whether that light is enough for that scene and what needs to be done in that scene. Naelewana? So at that point, let's take on a minute ngapi? Yes.
Ati yuko na
Anasikiza movie.